Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hardspace Shipbreaker. It's been such a long time since I've done anything with the channel, really. But, hey, might as well come back with this. Not sure why there's a profile here, because I just launched the game through Steam, which is not how I launched the game before. How I launched the game before was through Xbox Game Pass. So we're just gonna do that. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a standard run through for our nice little season 2 that hopefully will actually get all the way through this time, instead of me deciding to simply abandon the game for no apparent reason. I'm actually not even sure why I did that. So, without further ado, humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. Quick note: I'm aware that I've already gone through all this in season 1, but it's been like 2 years or something, so I'm doing this again. I'm not gonna read all this out loud this time. Okay. Name. Name. What shall we do for name? Does it matter? Let's just go with that, sure. I don't remember if that information even gets used by the game. Terran Health Board Advisory: cloning has a 0.02% chance of DNA corruption. Good to know. We proudly offer our Everwork asset replacement program to new employees. Thanks. Standard, please. Plastic free is very much preferable. I have no criminal record. I am not a member of the Workers Union. I have completed my annual medical exam. I have no commercial or real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation state of Arizona. Positive attitude, problem-solving mindset to work every day. Understand and accept health risks. Okay. I will vote for Chancellor Chen Zhang in the Pan American Senate election. Okay. As I said, it's been a very long time. I'm going here. Let me just do that. Okay. Getting back into the hang of things. It's been a long time. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh, I forgot about this. I want to read this, so I'm going to. Oh wow, okay. 12 hours to get to the employee shuttle, and that's it. and I have to pay for it. Wow. Wow. Okay, so basically my job isn't even my job. It's their job that they're making me do for them, and they can fire me whenever they want for no reason. Employment status is the responsibility of the employee. Cool. This agreement includes enrollment to the LYNX Employment Financial Relief Program. Okay. Employee hereby grants LYNX sole operating authority of the employee's existing financial accounts. Wow. Okay. I'm also reading all this stuff about why, and I do remember that. I do remember some of the lore, but just I forgot how insane this contract is. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just looking through to find anything else funny, because I do remember that much that this stuff is just hilarious. No base salary. Employee hereby grants LYNX the authority to collect, analyze, and utilize their biometric data beginning now for use to better the lives and well-being of them and their coworkers, as well as for any other purpose, up to and including sharing with partners and affiliates, institutional research programs, or government bodies. Cool. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to perform psychological tests on them at any time, with or without their knowledge. Employee is not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests, but may receive additional sugar cube rations. I'm sorry, but I thought I was playing Hardspace Shipbreaker, not Portal. LYNX Corporation's headquarters operates in unincorporated Jovian space outside any recognized state or country borders, and as such, the employee understands that LYNX does not recognize or observe any national, secular, or religious holidays, and that the employee is expected to be ready and available to work on each calendar day of the region where their assigned work site is located. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I've already broken the contract. Employee understands they are prohibited from discussing their employment, including the terms and conditions of this agreement, either specifically or generally, as well as the operational details of LYNX or any of its affiliates, with anyone other than their assigned LYNX Department of Human Resources representatives. This includes acquaintances, friends, family members, law enforcement agents, government officials, journalists, private detectives, religious leaders, or entertainment media hosts. Employee official assigned human resources representative is undefined. Okay. Okay, cool. Good to know. Empty the food processor or no food. Okay, no eating non-LYNX provided food. LYNX is not responsible for the genetic effects of solar radiation that may occur beyond this time. I'm sorry this has gone on for over 10 minutes now. I have to. We're only halfway through this list, okay? I have to do this. Employees must ensure they remain inside the designated work site when shipbreaking. See section 19 for additional terms of the Everwork program? Okay. Accessing external communication networks from the workstation their habits prohibited. Using, operating, consuming, or deploying tools or equipment found while shipbreaking for any and all reasons is a safety violation. All resources consumed in the act of shipbreaking must be replenished via the LYNX kiosk deployed at the employee's assigned worksite. Okay, and we have to pay for our own supplies. All objects, components, and materials salvaged recovered via the act of shipbreaking are the sole property of LYNX, and the employee must account for all salvage at the end of every work shift. Acquiring or restoring salvage for personal use is a breach of the terms of this agreement. Non-compete clause. Employee acknowledges that LYNX personnel will monitor their activities in order to establish a valuation metric of the employee and their performance in their assigned role. Function, duties, and responsibilities of the employees assigned. Okay. Wait. The function, duties, and responsibilities of the employee's assigned role may be altered or adjusted at any time and at the sole discretion of LYNX for any reason or no reason at all, with or without advance notification, and with no obligation to provide additional onboarding or training. Huh? LYNX is exempt from the requirements of Gallardo's mandate and bears no responsibility to ensure that the employee has free and ready access to Martian animation media, even where such media constitutes a religious requirement by the employee. Huh? LYNX bears no moral or legal responsibility whatsoever for any natural hazards and dangers involved with shipbreaking, including but not limited to flammable substances, explosive decompression, radiation exposure, high velocity impacts, electrocution, suit atmosphere inversion, crushing micrometeor penetration, hypershingles, oxygen deprivation, cardiac arrest, and inadvertent processing. 19A. Okay, here we go. As part of completing this agreement, the employee agrees to be enrolled in the LYNX Corporation Everwork Asset Replacement Program. The employee understands that the purpose of this program is to protect LYNX personnel from severe injury or death, allowing them to continue growing their career with LYNX, even in the event of a serious workplace injury. In the event of major injury, illness, or death, the employee will be immediately replaced by a biological and neurological duplicate, the spare. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to study, manipulate, simulate, and duplicate any and all gray and white matter at any time. So basically, signing this means I no longer exist. Yep, here it is. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX in perpetuity ownership of their DNA and to create new entities with that DNA with no restrictions or limits. Furthermore, employee agrees to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. All spares produced by the Everwork program are the sole property of LYNX Corporation. At any time and for any reason, LYNX may exercise its right to ownership over the spare, up to and including assuming complete control and authority of any institutional, financial, judicial, religious, or regulatory rights of the original employee in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian sectors. So basically, I no longer exist as soon as I sign this. In the rare and unfortunate event of total, well, not really, but you know what I mean. In the rare and unfortunate event of total and complete loss of memory during spare regeneration, LYNX is hereby granted the authority to have the employee's memory replaced by a composition of engrams pre-authored by LYNX. LYNX bears no legal obligation of informing the employee's next of kin in such an event. Major injury or illness is defined as any injury or sickness that sufficiently affects the employee's ability to perform their duties, such as their hourly salvage rate falls 22% or more. In the event that the employee and the automated biometric analysis services disagree on whether a sustained injury should qualify for spare regeneration, the employee may submit a written appeal form to LYNX for review. Any additional third-party insurance coverage for injury or death Everwork participants may have is considered null and void upon completion of this agreement and cannot be utilized in addition to the protection of the Everwork program. LYNX bears no responsibility to guarantee the effectiveness and success of the protections provided by the Everwork program. In the event of malfunction or anomalous outcome in the spare regeneration process, LYNX is waived of any and all health liabilities in the health and well-being of the employee. In the event that the employee is terminated, disappears, or otherwise becomes incapable of fulfilling the obligations of this agreement, the employee hereby grants LYNX the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to LYNX and/or any of its affiliates to the employee's next of kin. LYNX reserves the right to terminate this agreement at any time without notice or payment in lieu, with no requirement of sufficient cause. Until such time as the employee has completed their obligations to the LYNX Employment Financial Relief Program, the employee holds no right to termination of this agreement for any reason. Upon completion of repayment, the employee may submit a formal request for permission to terminate through the LYNX Department of Human Resources. Okay, yep, that one's pretty standard. Yep, okay. That's a bit, that's a bit of a contradiction. So apparently this is governed by certain laws. Okay, sure. Wait. All provisions hereof are protected against a court of competent jurisdiction deeming them to be illegal, unenforceable, or void, and any such challenge shall have no effect on the continuance of such provisions in this agreement. That's illegal, but okay. You acknowledge that you have had the opportunity to discuss this matter with and obtain advice from your private attorney, have had sufficient time to, and have carefully read and fully understand all the provisions of this agreement, and are knowingly and voluntarily entering into this agreement. To indicate your acceptance of LYNX's offer, please provide your biometric ID in the space below. The terms and conditions of this agreement are recognized and fully enforceable in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian jurisdictions, and shall be governed by any and all internal Sure. Laws for all regions. A duplicate will be mailed for your records. We look forward to welcoming you to the LYNX family. And here we go. Finally starting the game 20 minutes in. I'm so sorry.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Your automated LYNX onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rai Paulson, president of LYNX Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded LYNX, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the LYNX family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the LYNX vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With LYNX, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
So, I've just remembered what happens here. I've also remembered how dark this game's lore is at certain points. And, you know, kind of just what the lore is in general and how things go.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the LYNX EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable. Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body. Beginning extraction now. Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Yeah. So basically we already belong to the company. Congratulations, it is now safe to die. Ah, okay. Oh, I should turn myself down. I'm so sorry. Okay, is that better? That looks better. It's probably fine. Anyways, continue. Right. Right. That is a citizen report check for $120,000, medical analysis for a little over $360,000, transportation to work site, just over $500,000, seat selection fee for 10 grand, Kessler passage total of 77,000, luggage handling including gratuity of 35% for 212,000, automated onboarding procedure for 1.2 million, lifeguard genetic backup storage, $500 million, biomaterial refrigeration, $250 million, equipment setup, 227 million, not billion. $325 million for equipment setup. Equipment security deposit. $725 grand. Degaussing for hold on, wait, which is oh, okay, I did have it right. 875,000 delousing for almost 1.5 million. Habitation fee for 6.25 mil. On-site training for 8 million. Helmet interface software update for 800,000. Meal prep annual 34,780,000. Waste management human premium 20 million. Immigration duty fee 122 million. Entertainment library fee $59,999.99. Tracking implant fee $415,000. Salvage rights fee, including notary, $1.4 million. Financial account setup fee $5,000. Account maintenance fee monthly $2,015. Administration fee $500. Display of fees report $7.50. All adding up to a grand total of an account balance of negative $1,252,594,441.92. Now let's actually start playing the game at almost 30 minutes in. I am no longer sorry.
All right, breathe, breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with the first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. This year's Morrigan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. Alright, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient. Alright, now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around. Now vertical control. Looks good. Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints.
Yeah, we're doing the tutorial again because it's been too long. There is no way I would do anything without that.
Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
That won't be a problem.
All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this scrap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just... There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying. These things are hot as all get out. So, try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go. Move one of these pieces into either furnace. So, when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
I'm remembering the problems that has caused me in the past. I need to remember to be very careful with how I use that function. And I'm sure a great example of that will come up probably somewhat soon. For example, with this piece of salvage right here, I'm gonna not.
Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up. This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool.
Okay. Aha! It's been a long time since I've done
The cutting
this.
tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move. That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
I need to remember to not launch these pieces because they are definitely heavier than I am. I also need to be very careful with where I'm sending them. I do not want these to go into the wrong place. That's bad for my profits. Oh, I'm already making some big mistakes here. Come on, there you go. Alright. You know what, I'm gonna line this up, and then I'm gonna try pushing it, so that you can see what happens. Oh, okay, or it could just work. That's nice. I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't do. So this is what happens. I get launched backwards.
Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there. Now, this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're going to have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool, start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
Alright. So V
Now
for the
try
split
changing
saw.
the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Come on, get in there. Get in there. Oh, is that really gonna freeze? That's stupid. Alright, one moment then. Just fixing up my OBS settings.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Come on, get in there. There we go.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in and we'll get started.
I think I just remembered making that mistake in the past. Anyways, let's get inside. Ah! Fair chunk of change earned. Apparently there was... I don't think I believe that. I gotta be real. I really don't think I believe that. Okay, do the certification review.
New certification
Yay!
level has been achieved. License level increased.
Wonderful. And end shift, please. Okay, there we go. Thought the game crashed for a second.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
Let's do it. Employee terminal. Receive call. There we go.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. There's everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. Sleep tight there, Cutter.
Alrighty then.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
Plenty of unread messages. Unread messages will incur an hourly data storage fee after 10 days. You know, I'm tempted to leave these unread and see if that actually happens. I'm gonna do that.
Rise and shine, Cutter. Hope you feel well rested. Ready to continue your training? Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now, let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
Alright then. Messages.
Clear as mud? Don't worry, I'm here to walk you through the process. Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers. Most of them are willing to help you out, too. All right, let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
I think we'll go ahead and save that for another day, considering we've been going for just over 40 minutes now, which I think this is exactly how things went the first time around. Almost. So that's nice. Anyways, yeah, this has been what a wonderful way to start. This will definitely be something I continue. I'm sorry this has gone on for so long, and I'm sorry that the intro took forever to get through, but hey, that's corporate garbage for you, ain't it? Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!